Hey everyone, I'm Casey with C. Reeves Makes, and today I got a CNC machine. I recently got an Imagination to Reality Series 6 CNC machine, and I want to take you on my journey as I set up and learn the world of CNC woodworking. After talking with I2R, we thought that I would be a good candidate to bring you a beginner's approach to owning a CNC and how I plan to incorporate it into my shop and client projects. First off, the Series 6 that I got did not come with a base. They were on back order at the time, but I have been building a lot of storage and organization in my shop, so I felt that this would be a good time to add more storage to an area that would otherwise be taken up by a metal leg base. I designed a large cabinet base that would have several drawers but still be on casters for mobility. With our harsh winters here, I still need to be able to arrange the shop to bring cars inside. I start the cabinet build by cross-cutting all the sheet goods with my track saw. If you don't have a track saw, you can easily use a circular saw and a straight edge guide. Later, my buddy Randy came by and helped me knock out the rest of the carcass work. Projects like this are easy with a second set of hands. We start by making all the rip cuts at the table saw, and then we use the foreman to add all the pocket holes to the panels. I sanded all the edges prior to assembly. After a quick dry fit, we started adding glue to the edges and putting everything together, making sure to use a speed square to keep things nice and straight. After getting a panel in place, I would clamp it in position or use my brad nailer, and then I ran in the pocket hole screws. This keeps the panel from sliding and wiggling around when running in the screws. Then it was rinse and repeat around the rest of the panels. You can see that the panels on the interior of the cabinet make up a T intersection. Basically, this base is 3 small cabinets that all come together at the center. This will add strength and support to the center area of the cabinet. Again, I wanted this cabinet to be mobile like all my other shop tools. These 4-inch locking casters that I found on Amazon have quickly become my new favorite shop caster. I will provide a link in the description below if you're interested. I also added a 1/4-inch roundover to the bottom of the shop cabinet, as this prevents tearing or ripping of the veneer if I catch my boot or broom underneath it at any time. I went a little overboard for the top of the cabinet. I did add 2 layers of 3/4-inch plywood to provide a solid and robust base for the CNC to sit on. Again, I did not want any sag or flex to occur over time. After getting the cabinet completed, we set the CNC on top and I got to work unwrapping it. The I2RCNC comes mostly assembled with the exception of the gantry, covers, and the spindle assembly. Simply stand up the gantry and install the hardware. Then install the spindle and secure it with the provided screws. The spindle sits in place on dowel pins, which keeps it true and in place. All of the components are high quality and well machined. There are some delicate connectors that come out of the back of the unit and I wanted to protect them. So I installed a couple of zip tie blocks for cable management. This will prevent me from tearing out the cable if I were to ever trip on the power cord. To mount the control unit, I cut up some small scraps of plywood and made a box for it. I drilled in 2 large holes in the back of the cavity for ventilation and for the cables to pass through. Back to the cabinet, I had some leftover maple strips that I had used on a previous project, so I quickly turned them into edge capping for all the exposed edges of the cabinet. I simply used CA glue, wood glue, and brad nails to hold them all in place. I plan to add a ton of drawers and desk-like features to this cabinet in a future video, so stay tuned for that. For now, it will work out just fine as the new base for my CNC. I installed the VCarve Pro and the UCNC software for the CNC and got to work setting up a dry run test cycle. This is simply the machine cutting air to test the function of everything. The software is easy to use and we were quickly making sawdust while carving names into some scrap wood. I started out nice and easy by homing the CNC, finding and marking the center of my workpiece, and then aligning the workpiece to the cutter head. Next, I clamped down the workpiece and set the touch probe on top. There's a touch tool icon on the software that presets the Z height of your cutter. I also added some Rockler adapters from my 4-inch dust collection system to connect to. Then all that is left is to hit cycle start and watch the machine get to work. In no time you can have some nice little nameplates or signs. I even got Ron involved and taught him how to set up a piece and run it. He was super excited to see how easy it was to work and make his own name in a sign. Having the CNC in my shop will help me grow with how I create my templates, make custom jigs and fixtures, and create some fun and cool gifts here and there. I look forward to sharing my CNC journey with you as I grow in this new realm. I'd like to thank I2RCNC for sponsoring this video and working with me to bring the world of CNC learning to you. I will be sharing a series of videos as I learn the machine and software. I want to challenge myself as well as the machine to see what we can come up with. If you like this process and have any questions or suggestions, please comment down below. Also, if you like this video, please click subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. I'm Casey with C. Reeves Makes, and thanks for watching.